Today, I want to take a look at leader's itemization in yesterday's LEC match between Excel and Astralis. Leader was playing Silas and gave us one of the most useless builds possible for an AP mid laner. Let's take a look. Leader's first mistake is building Everfrost. This is an item that functions optimally against champions that run into you, so you get guaranteed value from the active. However, this game, Silas is against Tristana, Aphelios, and Milio, so the likelihood of Leader finding roots with the active is highly unlikely. Also, statistically, Everfrost is far inferior to most other AP mythics. This game, I would have gone either Rod of Ages or Liandry's, which both have guaranteed value. The Everfrost purchase shows just how autopiloted some players' brains are, and that they don't actually reason their way to item purchases. Next, Zhonya's second is bad because he went Everfrost first. To put it simply, he does no damage. Since he's gone double defense items, he won't have a big damage spike until 4th item. If he had gone Roa into something like Shadowflame second, he would be able to go Zhonya's third because he'd have the damage to tide him over through the mid game. At this point, through 2 items, Leader does no damage and will continue to do so until 4th item, regardless of his 3rd. Speaking of his 3rd, he blunders again building Banshee's Veil. This is firstly bad because the only AP damage he is facing is Amumu, who is building full tank, so stat-wise, Leader is not getting any value from Banshees. Also, this continues along the same line as Zhonya's second, completely pigeonholing his damage. The one positive thing about this build is that he has a lot of CDR, so he can get more rotations out, but when those rotations do negative damage, it doesn't really matter. Assuming his first 2 purchases, I would have gone Void Staff because it is cheap and high value because the enemy team is building a decent amount of magic resist. That would have given him somewhat of a spike for upcoming objective fights, but still, he would be heavily lacking in damage. You can see as the game ends, he has a rod in inventory, indicating either Deathcap or Shadowflame 4th. At this point, it's too late to try to build damage. This build is overall just a pacifist, playing not to lose build. If he went damage with Liandry's, Shadowflame, Rabadon's, and Void Staff, he'd be playing to win and actually do damage on Silas. I absolutely hate these kinds of builds from pro players because they're purely for maintaining job security and trying to preserve KDA instead of actually winning the game. Thanks for watching, see you next time.